Major Khongsai Cookie Welfare Association member joins us on the show. Major Mohammed Ali Shah, defense expert, with us on the program as well. DGP Mr. B.L. Vora, terror security expert, also joins us on the program. Major Mohammed Ali Shah, you've been in Manipur, you live there, you speak the language, you have familiarized yourself with the locals, and you've been a prominent figure ever since these disturbances started to erupt in Manipur. How would you categorize as this one? Is this the beginning of something more sinister?
Vineet, that's a very good question. And firstly, my heartiest congratulations to you. I have been speaking on the subject for since morning. I have been on different channels, and you're the first anchor I have come across who've pronounced certain names like Narasimha. In fact, correctly. I mean, with all respect to the other anchors, I haven't seen a simple name like Narasimha being pronounced clearly by any other anchor before this, Vineet. Now, the very fact is, yes, Vineet. The very fact is, when this attack took place, now no one has actually claimed responsibility, and both are shifting the blame on each other. Initially, the Imphal Press, one of the local newspapers from Manipur, in fact, they reported that the Kuki militants had done it. Thereafter, there was a notice issued by the Kuki NP that they condemned this attack. Then the ITLF, that's the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum, they also condemned the attack. I know a lot of Kuki friend people, they have also condemned the attack. Now, my experience over there has been that the Kukis have never attacked the central forces, the security forces in Manipur. At least it didn't happen in front of me earlier. So it is indeed very alarming and concerning. Now this matter needs to be investigated thoroughly, because as the press statement issued by the Kuki NP and the ITLF, who have condemned the attack, they have said that this needs to be thoroughly investigated and one should not jump to conclusions. Now the very fact that the two CRPF men who have been martyred, irrespective of whoever's done it, whether it be it insurgents, be it anyone, it is a dastardly attack which needs to be condemned, and whoever the culprit means has to be brought to the book. The two CRPF men who've been martyred, and Sarkar, who was 55 years old, and in fact both belong to the same battalion. In fact, and Sarkar was the son of Mohammad Kabad Hussain of Bhumrabal, in fact, and the second one, in fact, he was Arup Saini, 40 years old, he's son of Ram Kanta Saini. Now the very fact is, when an FIR certainly has been registered against this dastardly attack, and several other CRPF men were wounded in this attack. Now the very fact is, we have to, that is not the end, okay, whoever done it and we held them guilty. No. It is, the very fact is that today it's the CRPF men, tomorrow it could be anybody else, tomorrow it could be local civilians over there, innocent civilians, whoever, irrespective of the insurgent group, irrespective of the attackers who could be, this violence has gone way too long, Vineet. It has gone way too long. 1st of May, and now we are just about 3 days short of 1st of May now. So it's gone too far. It's gone beyond boundary, and it should not have been allowed in the first place. It should have been nipped in the bud. It could have been maximum. Had the army been sanctioned to come in by the state government, within 24 hours, 48 hours, a week at the most, we could have doused the fire. It couldn't have gone so far. Now the very fact is, we've come so far. It is extremely troublesome, and it pains me no envy.
Right.
I feel privileged to be a part of this panel with my learned friend Mohammed Ali Shah and senior panelist Vora sir. And especially Mohammed Ali Shah is so well versed with Manipur, and he have the amount of interest that he show in Manipur is amazing, and salute to him.
Ali, we spoke about this extensively as well in November and December, and even in January. There were reports coming out that both the communities had cordoned themselves off. They had oversupplied themselves with weaponry. There were also reports coming in that both the communities had set up checkpoints for the other community to not be let in. And of course, not obeying orders from the government, and including the state and the central government. this is kind of a behavior which is, hinting towards a mutiny. Biren Singh has been at it. He's been reassuring the central government that all of these problems are on the verge of being ironed out. But in practicality, what does this attack tell us today? Where are we when it comes to Manipur after this attack that we saw?
Okay, Vineet, that's a very good question. The attack on the Bravo 128 Battalion, which was deployed in, it is part of the second IRB headquarters of Naran Sinha, Mainang. Now, the very fact is this attack today is just not just an attack. About a week back, there was again the kind of, there was again a very gruesome attack, rather, I would say, on civilians. In fact, people would call them village volunteers. I would not like to name the community, which community attacked who, but gruesome, mutilated videos were sent to me, Vineet. Every day I get some horrifying videos from both sides. In fact, it's gone a bit too far. It's gone really a bit too far, and we have neglected one of the most beautiful states in the country, which has really contributed so greatly, so richly in nation building. We've had the best of sportsmen, many comments from Manipur, Mirabai Chanu from Manipur. You name the people, they have got such fine culture. We have neglected them. That if they are fighting, they will douse the fire. No, we have to. It is very important to take personal interest and intervene of every single individual. If we try playing on a narrative that all's well in Manipur, all is not well. Unfortunately and sadly, had this thing happened in Jammu Kashmir, everybody would have been interested. It would have been the top breaking news. But Manipur, somewhere or anywhere in the northeast part of India, unfortunately, sadly, it gets behind. It's not really, and they are the ones who contribute so much, and they take pride in saying that we are Indians. So what is the problem? Because they look different? No, I think they are our own people. And this is the Assam Rifles tie that I'm wearing right now. When I was with the Assam Rifles, or when I was in the northeast part of India as ADC to the corps commander, we always felt, and I come from J&K, and I always felt that there was Armed Forces Special Power Act in J&K also, there was Armed Forces Special Power Act in the northeast part of India as well, in states like Manipur and Nagaland. So we felt that, okay, here we are operating with who? We are not fighting an external aggression. We are not fighting China or Pakistan. They are our own people, their own countrymen. So Vineet, the only way forward I saw at that time was by winning hearts and minds. But I always felt a gun will never bring peace, Vineet. A gun will only bring pieces. And I have a certificate from the Red Cross Society for donating my blood 12 times every 3 months. I would give my blood. So people over there who would perceive the army or the security forces against them, instead of feeling intimidated, now would feel that the security forces are with them. And we had worked really very hard. We had put in a heart, blood, and sweat in that. Now, where are we getting back? A state which had hosted FEMNA Miss India. There was international polo tournaments. There were people coming from where not. Now, suddenly that state we find burning, and we find Maitis and Kukis have never clashed in the past. You take out the history of Manipur, you'll find clashes between Nagas and Kukis. You'll find clashes between the Maitis, the Maite Pangal, those are the Maite Muslims, and the Maite Hindus. You'll find clashes between anybody else, but you would not have found clashes between Maitis and Kukis. But now, unfortunately, over a year, I would say we have allowed it to happen. Why I would say we would allowed it to happen is because there has been no much intervention. And it's a political problem, Reed, what's happening in Manipur. And a political problem does not have a military solution. So when we have...
That's a great point. That's a great point, Ali.
I can't agree more to my friend, Dr. and Major Mohammed Ali Shah in this regard. As Muhammad Ali says, to win the hearts and the minds of the people back will be very, very important.